Hi everyone, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and today I have another project share. This time I used these Dollar Tree large wood cutouts. This one's the haunted house. They do have other shapes. They have a witch with a cauldron and a ghost and a pumpkin. And what I've done is I have attached them to the front of a mini album and altered them to make a haunted house little mini album here. It does stand up on its own. So what I've done is behind the windows I have put some vellum, and I've done some stamped images on some of them. This one I made it look like the window had been broken and the little old curtains are hanging out. There's a kitty cat and some spider webs and some bats, and I left this one blank because I knew I was putting it behind the tree. This paper is from an old Recollections paper pad. I actually bought it in a D-stash a couple of years ago from Liz Russell, and she had sent a bunch of die cuts and stuff, which I did use a few inside the book. This tree here is a few layers of chipboard cut out with my brother's Scan and Cut. And on top of that, I put some matte black texture paste. This is a lawn fawn die with this little fence along here. And then I just took some gray paper and ran it through a brick embossing folder and then inked it up a little bit to make the sidewalk here. And then this is a wood grain paper, and there's a brad for the doorknob. And like I said, I don't know if you can tell, but this paper has a velvet finish where the black is. And then the back is just the green paper. So inside the book, now this mini album is not my design. I actually followed a tutorial by LMsCraftyCreations. When my mojo is slacking a little bit, I like to go and find a tutorial and just create a mini album base, so that when I get a paper collection that I like, then I can just add the paper to the base, and and it's already pre-made for me. So in this pocket here, it's just a little trifold for photos. And this edge here came with the paper collection. This is one of the die cuts that Liz included in her D-stash. This here is a tombstone die that she also included that I thought would be great for a small photo or some journaling. And then these pages open up as a gatefold with these two little pockets here. And then the next page here, this is a die cut border from the paper collection and an embossed skull there. This next page has a pocket on one side. Again, this cat is a black velvet finish. Really thought he was cool. And then in the pocket here is just a small booklet. And then the back of the page is a pocket again. And in there I just did a little folio kind of thing with this twine closure. And it's just blank because I'll just be putting some photos in there when I'm done. And each page is the same, and there are 4 pages in the album. So again, this is a velvet paper, and that came in my D-stash pre-die cut for me. I just backed it on some cardstock. I used my Scan and Cut to scan that so I could do that. Inside here's some more glittery paper. I love the embossed finish. Oops. Another embossed, I like that chandelier. And then another booklet, again with the skull. And the same thing with the little booklet. Like I said, each one's the same, they just changed up the papers. Another tombstone die cut. that velvet paper from the cover. Some really cool ornate frame pattern paper. And again with the velvet finish. And then a pocket, just plain purple. Another booklet. You can see up close there. And it was just perfect. She sent 4 of these tombstones, and that's exactly how many I needed to use them to hold these gate folds closed. So it worked out perfectly. And the pocket again. And this paper here was actually not with the paper collection. I just thought it matched really well. That was a set of paper I got at Tuesday Morning, where you get 25 sheets of the same in one pack. So I have lots of that paper left. Another booklet. And then in the back here, these die cuts, the 31 and this padlock and the key, both also were pre-cut for me by Liz. And then another trifold. So that is my little mini album share. Again, it stands up nicely. And originally I had thought about making this into a decorated wall hanging, but then when I realized that this mini album would fit perfectly on the inside of the covers, I knew I had to attach them, so I ran out and bought some more of those. I just covered this completely to protect the windows from indenting. I put foam inside because of course that cutout had the same windows. But anyway, well, thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you guys have a great evening.